morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I want to talk about something that I'm noticing in the store. I had read about a year or two, some time back, that they were going to make lab meat. And it's becoming more to the forefront. And I went to the store and I'm noticing they have a section called lab meat. And now my son, when they eat out, they come back and say, "Mommy, there's something, the meat doesn't taste right." They're throwing the food out that they're buying. It's leaving, it doesn't settle well on them. So I think, because I had heard this, but I didn't know if restaurants were going to do it, but they said restaurants were going to sit there and start using the lab meat. They're going to go to the restaurants and let those people serve it to the people, because they didn't think it would sell that well into the store, in the stores. So what they've done is they've gone to the restaurants and had these chefs and stuff prepare this meat with this lab meat, so-called lab meat. That's why I'm calling it so-called, because it's not meat at all. And I know I'm always eating, aren't I? And what has happened is they've learned how to manipulate it where you can eat. A woman bought chicken breast, and when she went home and she went to rinse it, it started falling apart, shredding. So it wasn't real. I think what is going on is they're selling this food to the restaurant. So if you go to the restaurant and they eat out, you have to tell them you do not want lab meat. You're going to have to tell them that you want real meat, real chickens, not lab. And I think that's what they're doing. So if you're going to the restaurant and the meat doesn't quite taste right or something, you're going to have to start requesting that you don't want the lab meat, you want the other. Because the lab meat, the only way they could get it to grow in the lab is to use cancer cells. Cancer cells. And you know what cancer cells do. A lot of people get cancer today. A lot of people don't know that white clover actually prevents the chain of cancer cells developing. But you don't hear about that. And yet that's what people call the weed outside. White clover does it. White clover blossom. I have jelly that I've made from it from my yard, and I pick it up wherever I find it, and we have it on biscuits and stuff, so I always have it. And I have it also dehydrated, and I use that in teas or drinks and stuff that I make. But the thing is that if you go to the restaurant and you find yourself sick from eating it, or the meat tastes funny, it's because they're using that. What you're going to have to do is definitely stress to them, and they can't, because if you ask for real meat and not lab meat, they'll sit there, and if they give it to you, they could be sued. So you have the power to sit there or not go back to that restaurant and just let everybody know. My sons did not know what was going on, and I still haven't told them. My thing is that God, they're moving it this fast into the society. And then when I saw it in the store, I said, well, I'm not buying this. They have to market that it is lab meat. So please be careful with what you eat. Be aware of it. And if you want the real meat, you're going to have to request it. And I'm sure right now they're going to give you a discount on food that has it in there because they're promoting it. And you might have to pay a little bit more. And this is a decision that whoever cooks in the house is going to have to make. Do you want one or do you want the other? But that's how you're going to have to find out. And you're going to have to stress what you want now. All right, it's just some information I'd like you to put under your belt. If you need it, it's there to help you. Okay? I'm making a salad right now. So you take care. Have a lovely day.